Thank you, Anna. Wow. North Shore turned out. I really am privileged to be tonight to speak. One of my favorite movies is The Wizard of Oz, and please don't encourage me because I will go through every character in the movie, and it's not pretty. But one of my favorite parts of the movie is where the lion wants to get a heart. And finally, they pull away the curtain, and the wizard starts talking, and it's the real wizard. He starts talking each individually, and the lion talks about he wants courage. And he said, he talks about the heart, and he said, a person's life is not judged by how much she loves, but by how much she's loved by others.
Yes.
Peter, there's a lot of love in this room. I was actually really humbled that Peter asked me to speak tonight. We've only known each other for a couple of months. But he came to me and said, Chris, look, I'd like you to speak. St. John's Prep Committee will be there, the Boston College Prep Committee will be there. And I know a lot of people are really praying for me, and I'm just not sure how far the distance is from St. John's and Boston College in heaven. But I do know that being a Notre Dame guy, I know that from South Bend it's a local call. So I was pretty pleased that he asked to be here. As a member of the National Board of Trustees, I have a chance to learn a lot about the disease. I've seen a lot. The ALS Association focuses on three things: advocacy, trying to be able to raise awareness about ALS and the disease. The average life expectancy for an ALS patient is 3 to 5 years. 1 in 100,000 get the disease. There's only about 30,000 or so alive at any one time because it is a very insidious disease. It attacks the voluntary muscles, it's neurodegenerative, and the insidious thing about it is that it totally leaves you all your faculties and your mental faculties, and you feel everything. You eventually don't get to the state where you physically cannot take care of yourself. And so therefore, the need for support, family, friends, and technology and support services are absolutely critical. I was mentioned I was in Notre Dame, and I went to Notre Dame, and why would a Notre Dame guy introduce to praise? I'd like to think I've got some redeeming qualities. Pat Collington from St. John's Prep is starting guard on the Notre Dame basketball team, and we just signed a verbal commitment from John Metellus from Everett High School, and the head football coach of Notre Dame is from Everett, and he's also St. John's Prep grad, Brian Kelly. I feel good about that. But also, I have some easy connections. My late wife and mother of my 5 children is a double eagle, and my daughter Riley, who graduated from college, Charles, just made a decision that she will enroll in Falling Grad School at the Heights. So, really proud of that. Feels very good about that. They say that the street, two kinds of people in the world: men that are eagles and men that wish they were. So we actually have Notre Dame. It's a key reason why we got to know each other. A friend of mine from Notre Dame, actually was an acquaintance at the time. I got an email from one of our buddies saying, "Oh, you guys remember Stone, who attended Bard, one of our favorite watering holes, but he's got Lou Gehrig's disease. He's got a website. He's trying to raise some money." Stone, yeah, sure. County, I think, maybe about 5, 6. So I went to his website and I started reading about him. I was like, what? He went to Notre Dame? He did what? So, like, in the middle of the story, Rudy, I said, Rudy, football, walk on, kind of gave 15 seconds. He's made a great life of that. Jimmy Colby House was from Gary, Indiana, 5 foot 6 inches tall. Like Rudy, all he wanted to do was go to Notre Dame. He's in his high school Hall of Fame for 2 sports, for 9 letters. He applied to Notre Dame, rejected. Applied again, rejected. Applied a 3rd time, rejected. Finally, he went for the addition board, got in on a probationary basis, walked on the golf team, where there were 6 returning starters. He started all 4 years, monogrammed all 4 years, set the course record at 64 that still stands, set the tournament record at 18 under that still stands, and his life got more amazing than ever. So I sent out a speech I did to high school athletes and a generalization to his website, and he bounced me back and he said, Chris, I wrote you and I think exactly alike. I lived an amazing life, you got recognized for it. I'm like, yeah, that's great, but I'm not a writer. And he God's put you in my life for a reason. Like, dude, you can't let a guy cry. And so I thought about it, and the year that my wife died, both of my brothers also died of a disease called Huntington's disease. Huntington's is genetic neuromuscular. If you get the gene from your parent who's got the disease, you get the disease, and you die. And we were foster kids, it's pretty tough foster homes, and we didn't know that our biological mother died of Huntington's. So it's been a really, really tough period of time when I had kids, and I thought, hey, this is what you want me to do. So anyway, I wrote the book. It's called Fighting to Give. It's on Amazon.com, and my goal is to finish Jimmy's dream of raising $1 million for ALS research. So. In being here tonight, it's an incredible community. I've had a chance to be on the board to go to some different organizations and groups. But, you all have sort of open here. And Lou said, some think I've been given a bad break, but today I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Robert Frost once wrote, 2 paths diverged in a snowy wood, and I chose the one less traveled, and it's made all the difference. Peter didn't choose this road. It was chosen for him. But he's made a decision that he is going to do everything he can to battle ALS, to raise awareness for ALS. Some people think he's been developed aces and eights, but someone also once said, life is not in holding good cards, it's in playing well those you are dealt. And he's been developed a tough hand. But I will tell you this, being on the board, I just got back from a week in Washington, D.C. of advocacy for ALS awareness. I was with 70 different ALS patients who went into their wheelchairs up the hill to lobby for funds. Drug companies don't invest in medicines and stuff, research, because the nation doesn't live long enough, they can make money on it. At least we don't get many of that. So the government used to provide some money, but you all know the situations of the economy. The onus on helping find a cure or treatments that minimize the symptoms is up to us, the private sector, businesses, philanthropists, citizens. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Giving Pledge, but it's where 82 billionaires have now made a pledge. They will give at least 1/2 of all of their wealth to charity. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each of you, if you've got any connections, think about the connections that you have. Go online and check that out. Think about the different foundations that are out there. There's money. It's not like we need to go out and raise more money. We just need to get people who have the money, who want to give it away to be able to support neurodegenerative diseases. So when you go and you leave here, thank you for your generosity in terms of what you purchased here tonight and the tickets and the things. You're going to have a lot of fun. You already have a 3-hour power hour. But go forth and spread the word. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with 1 step at a time, said Confucius, and we're on a journey. And I'm going to close with this before we show a video that we more talk about ALS than anything else. Jim Alabama, a great basketball coach from North Carolina State, in his final speech to the SB's team, said something that was really, really powerful, and I'm going to paraphrase what he said. ALS may take Peter's strength, it may take his ability to control his muscles, but it will not touch his mind. It can never take his spirit. So I say, not just you, but everybody out there, don't give up. Don't ever give up.